You got something to do with Diana being arrested?
We all do. You're trying to hit us with a fucking Rico, y'all.
Diana Tejada. I'm representing her on the drug arrest.
This blows your cover. You ready for that?
I am.
You want it back in the business, Ray? I got a job for you.
Y'all out here trying to set up Effie?
I'm trying to handle the Rico that's about to bite us in the ass.
Put the fucking gun down!
Power Book 2, Episode 8, the feds are applying pressure to Diana Tejada. They're trying to get her to flip and tell who she's working with or who assisted her putting drugs on the roof because she was caught in HD by Jenny Sullivan. Drew and the Castillo brothers, they're going to have their own issues because now the Castillo brothers, the 3Gs, are a little bit suspicious about what happened to Gordo since Drew was the last person with him, and the Russian shipment got seized right after Drew was asking about that. Tate, we know he's down in the polls, but after this drug bust on the Russians, his numbers are starting to go up. But it looks like Harper, she's going to start questioning Tate's ethics. And this right here might end up backfiring and getting him knocked out the race. But before we jump into this and we break it down, if you like power content, breakdowns, theories, and predictions like this, then hit your subscribe button and turn your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button, follow me on Instagram right here. Now let's go ahead and jump into it. This is what's next for Power Book 2, Episode 8. Monet is asking, does anyone have anything to do with Diana getting locked up? Now Tariq is going to have to explain to them that a Rico is coming, and yes, we all have something to do with it. We know that everyone's working behind each other's back, and it's going to be Tariq, the thinker, to try to think of a way to get out of this. We know that he can contact Tate, get the Russians out of here, so he could easily do that to the Tejadas. But right now, our primary focus is getting Diana out of jail, and the reason this is important for everyone is because Tariq gave her the codes, and also they still work for Noma. So Monet, you know how she gets. She's gonna get in these streets and try to figure things out, but she has to go the legal route because Diana is in jail. And of course, Tariq, he wants her out because he still needs to make money to protect his family. And you know, Drew just stepped up, killed Gordo for the family. So right now, the walls are closing in. But I think this week, Tariq, he's really gonna start separating himself away from everything because I don't think anyone's gonna actually tell on him. But there is one person that we could place all of this on. Things seem a little simpler for Tariq, Monet, Drew, and Kane. They're out of jail. Well, inside the interrogation room, the pressure is going to be on for Diana, but I don't believe that Diana is going to say anything. I think with Davis representing her, she knows not to say anything and hold back from it. Now, there has been a little theory that I threw out last night in my after show that she might end up putting all of this on Trevor over at the candy shop on Stansfield campus. She could say he forced me to do it because his real name is Trevor and he's just been changing his identity so no one will really know who he is. But as of right now, I think Diana is going to hold it down, but she can also flip this and put it on Effie because her and Effie are low-key rivals. All of this started because of Tariq, them two working together, but Effie telling Diana not to mess with Tariq, then she messes with him, and then Diana goes behind her and she ends up with Tariq. So Effie isn't out. They do have a benefit of having Davis on their side. The only problem is we just discovered that Saxe was the mole. Now this could be a little hard to try to navigate through these legal systems when Saxe is giving information to Jenny and he's getting all the information because he's in these interrogation rooms. Now this is illegal, using your client's information against them. Very illegal, unethical. But as of right now, Davis is going to get the job done. And we know Saxe, he'll help get Diana out if it means he can bring down Tariq St. Patrick. So I think once Saxe is found out, because we see him in the hall with Jenny and Davis peeps it, once Saxe is fully exposed to everybody, then the truth is going to start coming out and Davis is going to have to find out a way to watch his back and make sure that Saxe doesn't screw him over because he knows where his money is and he's been in the office several times. We'll start to see Davis a little more withdrawn this episode. He'll be stepping away from Saxe once he sees Saxe in the hallway talking to Jenny. Now, I'm not sure what information they're divulging out here. They shouldn't be doing it in the middle of a hallway, but I'm sure Davis hears something about, I got some information on the Tejadas. I can use this. So Davis, he's probably going to start turning his back on Saxe and leaning more towards his brother, even though his brother doesn't want to be out. And you guys know this is going to be very, very bad for Saxe because we don't know who has the gun in this trailer. It could be Theo going at Saxe to go ahead and free his brother, or it could be Theo taking himself out because he feels like he wasted time in jail for Davis to only be back into all the street nonsense. Effie has been struggling as of lately. She has one brick, tuition was coming up late, but we know that Kane has been trying to help her out. We know that she's on a recording also. Tariq paid it for Lauren before she went to testify to confirm that Effie was the only one that did it. Now Effie, it looks like she got some work. Now she must have got this from Kane, unless Tariq came behind Kane and said, here, we need you to help move work since Diana is gone. Since Diana is locked up, Tariq could be giving her work to move on Stansfield to place, you know what I'm saying, to make up for everything that Diana was doing. And the feds come and get her. Now, did Diana do this? Did Diana call back and tell Monet, hey, get Tariq to go to Effie and have some drugs, and I'll tell the police to go get Effie? Or are they just cracking down because Effie Morales was on the camera also? Remember, Blanca, Jenny, they seen the photo of her up there. Now, she didn't touch anything, but there is pictures up there, and it looks like the feds are coming after Effie also. The crazy thing about the police, no matter how fast you run, they'll catch you eventually. But is this karma? Is this the police coming to get Effie for everything she's done bad to everyone else? Or is Tariq and the crew setting up Effie as the fall person so they can clean their hands of this leech right here that's been stealing money, ain't never got no money, and lied and told on Tariq back in high school? I don't know, but it looks like the police are coming, and Effie, your days are numbered. They told me that Kane made an investment by paying off her tuition. It's only been 1 week and it looks like the police are coming, so that may have not been a good investment. It's just money down the hole. Kane already felt a certain type of way against the family. We know that he can't put 2 and 2 together to make 4, but he did figure out Lorenzo was the one that killed Zeke. So when he seen everything that transpired with Kai getting killed, and magically he had a phone that said they know that the Russians didn't kill Lorenzo, meet up. Kane has been a little suspicious about everything that Monet's doing. Even when they were at the dinner table and she didn't tell him about Lorenzo, but gave him the $2 million life policy. So for him, he's looking at it like, Effie was the only one in my corner, and you guys are trying to set her up. He thinks that she's a ride or die. No one knows that she told on Tariq back in school, and since snitching is a big deal with them, they killed Tariq's girlfriend Lauren for telling. Right now, he's in love with Effie, and she told on Tariq back in the day, but no one knows the dark past of Effie because little orphan Annie is very secretive. But I can see Kane starting to push away from the family. You remember at the funeral, Drew challenged him for the #1 spot in Poppy's gold chain. So right now it's looking like Kane's on the outside looking in because everybody's conspiring to potentially set up Effie and get her out the game. And if the RICO wasn't enough, the feds are raiding the warehouse, and all cap no frap is turning into all cap no money, because if this cocaine batch matches the other 4 locations, that's 5 places, which makes the RICO even stronger. Stansfield, Jamaica Ave, the Russians, Weston Holdings, and now a warehouse that's owned by Weston Holdings, 5 different places, 5 different samples, 1 batch of cocaine. It's ugly. The dots are starting to be connected, and we're about to see the RICO really take off. Now we're going to see who can we trust in these type of environments. And like we said, we don't know who has a gun here, but we hear David saying put the gun down. It could either be Theo about to kill himself. It could be Theo about to kill Sack. We aren't too sure, but whatever's happening here, we see Davis coming over crying, talking about put the gun down, and he puts his head against the fence. Now it could be Theo taking out Sacks and then taking out himself. We don't know. But if Theo takes out Sacks, that protects Davis so they don't go ahead and follow up on his trial where Theo took the case for him. And then if he kills himself, then the case would just be closed. So Theo might be sacrificing himself. All right, there you go. A little bit of my predictions for what's next, episode 8. Let me know what you think down there. Where my theories off? What do you think is going to happen? Who is going to have the best episode 8? And just remember, we have a break after episode 8. And between 8 and 9, there's going to be a 1-week break. But if you like power content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm Monet J. Thanks for watching. I'm out.